Hi, my name is Dennis Cole. I'm the director of the science contest for the UIL. The structure of this contest is a combination of biology, chemistry, and physics with equal weight on the three subject matters. So when you competing in this particular contest, there are awards given for the top score in each of the three individual areas, but the overall score and the team scores are the sum of the three scores in all three subjects. Now that's easy to say, much harder to do, because you're walking into a test with all these three comprehensive exams all in one sitting, and therefore your preparation has to be extremely good and extremely broad. We write the contest in such a way that there's in general not going to be more than at least 100 on an exam. We don't want to have to break ties with flipping coins, and so we make the exam very hard, so maybe only one person gets 100. So we're not writing the exam this hard to be mean, but it's just this is a way of actually making sure there's a clear winner. Now, of course, if there's students in the state, and there are, who are extremely well prepared, then a contest that involves questions that only has 100 on it means this test is going to be really, really difficult. And so we start off the year in the beginning contest with the contest not being quite so difficult, and then we ramp them up as the competition gets more and more serious, and by the time we get to the state, the test is extremely difficult. It would be at the level of what you'd expect for first-year college students having finished 1 year of chemistry, physics, and biology. So you have to be at that level even though you're only in high school. Now, this might seem a very impossible task, but students do it, and every year we get these extremely high scores at the state meet on an exam which is really, most people would consider quite impossible. One way of judging how difficult it is that the people that write the questions, who are all PhDs in their own fields, would not do nearly as well as the top students do on this test, taking all three subjects into account. But every year we get students with really high scores, and so it's all doable, but you have to prepare well. And your coaches, as you work through the year, will give you hints as to how to go about preparing for this test. It is not impossible, but it does take organization, and it takes some work, obviously, outside of school time to develop. The good news after you put all this work in is you will have had a lot of fun, with your teammates on the science team, getting together each week, working on problems and seeing who can do this problem the best or the fastest. And of course, you can also have fun going to practice meets and the various UIL meets where you're going to be competing against other students from other schools. And of course, it's always fun to beat your neighboring town, or maybe your other high school in town that you compete against in other areas. The long-term benefit is, if you do well in the UIL in the contests, it's pretty likely that you'll be extremely well prepared when you get to college if you take these subject matters there. And it's always nice to go to college and in that difficult transition period in your first year not to struggle over all your courses. And if you have a real strong science background, you go and take chemistry and physics and biology in the first year. It will not be that difficult. You'll have to work, but you won't be struggling as much as you might otherwise. And if you can maybe even place out of some courses, which is a nice way of saving time for things you'd like to do more. And of course, you can also make your parents happy by, if you place out of a course, they don't have to pay for it, or if you're paying your way through college, you don't have to pay for it. So there's good short-term and intermediate term and great long-term benefits to competing in the UIL science.